Welcome back to the DFS Sweatshop. I am your host, the DFS Jerusalem, and you can follow me, of course, on Twitter at DFS Jerusalem. Today, we're going to be breaking down the 15-game NBA slate. There is a ton to go over there. We've also got a lot. We've got a lot to discuss, a lot to break down there. So we're going to be jumping into that. And I'm gonna go ahead and open up the door, of course, to the Facebook VIP. This is where it all goes down, in the Facebook VIP. That's where it all happens, man. Very solid group of guys in there. Those are the ones that help us really get to the money and do things the DFS Sweatshop way. Really exciting news, man. The new website has launched. It is the Daily Fantasy Sweatshop.com. Now there is where you're going to see a lot of our articles, blog posts. We've got an all new chat area for you, and this is completely free. This is completely free for you. The chat area, everything else that we have in store, it's completely free. You are more than welcome to jump in the chat at any time, and I'm gonna give you the password. The password is SweatshopVIP. Now the S is going to be capitalized in Sweatshop, and the V, the I, and the P are also going to be capitalized. So the password is Sweatshop VIP. Remember, the S is capitalized and the VIP is capitalized. So what an interesting night of MLB that we had. Some really good NBA stuff. And you know what? We've moved away from featuring, highlighting the MLB, the NBA stuff, just because we've moved too deep into the NBA season. It's playoff time, and we're just not gonna spend a lot of time on the show talking about MLB. Talking about NBA. But if you want to hit up the website, you're more than welcome, because we are going to have some good write-ups there going into the playoffs. Of course, we've got Rhino DFS still doing his really good work with the perfect lineup strategy, things that he's doing. So there's a ton of stuff that's still going to be available for you as far as NBA, but just not on the show, not on the YouTube channel, the DFS Sweatshop Live, not here. But we're going to have that stuff on the website. Now, again, I got to tell you, it's completely free to go hit up the website. We're done with the password. There's no password. It's completely free. Go ahead, check it out. We know that the bulk of what really goes on in the VIP on Facebook. So that is where it's going to take you, man. And that's where we're going to have our cheat sheets, our advanced tutorials. It's going to be live streams from me twice a day. You're going to be getting those where we get in-depth breakdown stuff. Like we talked a lot about the Cincinnati Red stack last night. We're gonna be getting that information inside the Facebook VIP. So all new website launch. I'm very happy about it. Very excited. The sweatshop is growing, and it's all your fault, man. Thank you, especially to the cats over here in the VIP, man. I got y'all rocking with me. What's going on, y'all? And to all of you here. Oh, you just on here. You dropped from VIP group. Facebook Live ended. Yeah. The Facebook Live, it did. And I started it up again. We've got a new Facebook Live here in the VIP. So a lot of great performances we saw last night. That red stack, bro. That red stack was nuts. And I hope you all took advantage of that, man. I had a fairly decent night. Doubled my buy-in at MLB. Did not get a chance to get any of my NBA lineups. I was answering a lot of questions, chopping up the cats all day. And today is bittersweet. I'm gonna tell you why. Today was bittersweet, and I know a lot of you don't give a fuck, you don't care, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Okay, I'm gonna tell you because today was very bittersweet. I lost a member of the family today, one that I really love. Okay, now as you all know, my wife and the girls last week, coming from Myrtle Beach, we were in an auto accident. Got struck by a young girl who was texting and driving. Please do not text and drive. Forgiven to the young girl. It's okay. Nobody was severely harmed. We had a few bumps and bruises. We made it through. It's all good. But naturally, after I found out that all of my family were okay, the girls were fine. Once I learned that the girls were fine, we went to the hospital, to the emergency room, racked up a little bit of hospital bills. Once we found out that the girls were okay, man, my attention automatically shifted to another member of the family, the caddy. 2007 Cadillac CTS, black on black, 22-inch chrome rims. And my wife ain't listening; she's asleep. But I mean, I love her, and then I love my car. It's like her in the car, and depending on how she's treating me, it can be a different way. You know what I'm talking about, okay? So, got to put the car in the shop for repairs. They're supposed to be fixing the car. My dad gave me the car. Sold me the car for $1. Now I was eyeing it the whole time I was visiting him. We just reconnected. Guy hadn't really been in my life over the last 30 years, but it's all good, man. We make mistakes. I love my dad now. We went to the Giants game in New York. The only thing that dude ever gave me, the dude went, he left to get a pack of cigarettes when I was 7, and I didn't see him again until I was 32. It happens. It's all good. So we're good now, right? And so he saw me eyeing this car that he had. And last year he was like, yo, I see you struggling. I see what you're doing for the family. I see how you're trying. You're doing your best. You're not giving up. I got something for you. That little Honda you drive, son, it's a piece of shit. It's a woman's car. Even worse than that, it's an ugly woman's car. And I was a little bit offended, but he said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you the caddy. Give me $1. You can have the caddy. So I get the caddy, boom, I love it. I'm riding around because the Honda was an ugly woman's car. It really was. So I'm riding around the caddy, loving life, enjoying it. Chick hits me, bang. We put the caddy in the shop. All right. So we find out today. I get a call from the adjuster. They say, yo, the Cadillac costs more to fix than the motherfucker is actually worth. So we're gonna total loss the caddy. So with this, they say, hey, so give us the title to your car. So I'm like, how the fuck? What are y'all robbing me? How the fuck do I go from somebody hit me? I go get my car fixed. I put it in the shop to get it fixed, and then you telling me to come bring you the title, and the car is no longer mine. You're robbing me for my car. What the fuck you want me to do? I want my car. As sentimental value, I told the man a story. Like I was, yo, my dad left to get a pack of cigarettes. I didn't see him again until I was 32, and he gave me a car. I love it, and they don't want to hear that shit. The car's total loss. He said, now you can buy the car back from us. I said, buy the car back from you? How would I buy the car back? I don't have no money. They said, look, we're going to give you a check for X amount of dollars. And it's going to take a fraction of that money that we give you to buy the car back from us. Now, mind you, I don't know shit about this. I don't know nothing about all of this. Buying back cars and pack of cigarettes when I was 7. I don't know nothing about that. So the dude gives me a check. And he says, here, this is your check. We took some money out. The car is yours, but we're going to give you a salvage title in 4 to 6 weeks. Drive off in your fucked up, ugly Cadillac, right? So I got the check, and I got my Cadillac. I still got my car, okay? Now, the car is ugly. It's cosmetically ugly, so I'm going to take it to try to get it fixed bang some of those dents out. They fucked up the rims, a 22-inch chrome rim. I love this fucking car, so I'm going to try to get the car fixed. So I got a little check, and I got my car. So thank you to the girl that was texting and driving because you hit me, and I got a car and a check. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get with the rest of the motherfucking show. Sorry I had to tell y'all that story, but y'all the family. I love y'all. Had to tell you. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it now. Now, we've got a 15-game MLB slate. Remember, I told you we're not going to be discussing NBA on the show. That is going to be reserved for the website. So check the website out, okay? It's all new, very pretty, very clean, very sleek. I love the website. I'm so happy with it. Landon Taylor, the big homie, and Rhino DFS did a lot of work to the website, man, and it's beautiful. We're going to have, and this is perfect because I want you to get into the shop and give me some articles, submit some stuff to me. Let me know how you feel about stuff, okay? And we can post that up and we can grow the shop. That's what this is about. Each one teach one, man. I'm just the ringleader, helping everybody to get to the money. So we've got, of course, now we've got a 15-game NBA slate. I'm gonna open up DraftKings right now so we can see how the slate breaks down, how it checks in, and from there we can decide if we can make some lineups and throw them bitches in the main. Okay, that is a key feature. This ain't no different from NBA. If we can make some lines in different slates and throw them bitches in the main, that is what we're gonna be doing. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out. I'm opening this up. Mike Dunn says the story was great. It was, yeah. My dad went to get a pack of cigarettes. Went to get a pack of Cools. My dad smoked Cools. I never forget that. Only thing I remembered about him, he smoked Cools. All right, so we got MLB. We are cracking that puppy open. Now we got a 15-game all-day slate. Now the funny thing about these all-day slates, okay, is that the prize pools are not as solid as the mains. That's just the way that is. So one thing I do like about this tomorrow is at 1:45 we have a 4-game early. I like that. Those small early slates, I love those. I really like those. I'm gonna take advantage of those as well. We've got a 3-game afternoon slate at 2:20. We've got another 2-game turbo at 3:35. We have the 11-game main at 7:05. We got an 8:10 turbo. That's 3-game slate, and then we have the night games, 10:10, 2 games. See, that's the beauty of MLB, bro. That is the beauty of MLB, because there's so many games, so many different ways that we can rock. If that's the case, I really need your help with the early games. Let's get it. Oh, most definitely. That's what I'm here for, homie. I am your help. We gonna rock. So let's go ahead and jump into. We're gonna take an all-day approach. And what I really want us to get from this session, okay, is our pitching. Because if you remember last night, we hammered down our pitching. And who did we decide on? As a group, we got together. Now, if some of y'all rostered some of them other motherfuckers, I don't know how y'all did that, because the consensus was overwhelming from the cats in the VIP that Severino and Max Scherzer were going to be the guys that we were rocking with. And if you saw them play tonight, they fucking balled. I think I had those guys in all my lineups, and they all cashed. So we're gonna chop up pitching. That is our main focus right now. It's gonna be pitching. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. We're gonna go game by game about this too, because at 1:45, this is a part of that 4-game early. The first game on the slate is gonna be the Pittsburgh Pirates and the St. Louis Cardinals. This is a 7.5-point total with a 9-mile-per-hour wind shooting out toward left field. We've got Garrett Cole and Michael Wacha on the mound. We know the St. Louis Cardinals have been sucking a dick recently. Sorry, they have been not playing very well recently, and I believe that, they're one of the worst teams in the league as far as batting average go. Let's go ahead and check that out, because I wanna be clear on that before I throw some shit out there. Yes, they are the worst team. When it comes to batting average, as a team, the St. Louis Cardinals are batting 206. This is the worst hitting team in the league right now. They have 113 strikeouts. I think 12 home runs. Not very good. But funny, the worst team in the league. And give me both pitchers in the early. That's coming from Josh Dewey. Josh don't play no games. Josh be on it. I believe the worst team in the league hitting home runs, as a matter of fact, is the Boston Red Sox, really. But yeah, 12 home runs for the Cardinals, 206 batting average. That means we can play pitchers against these guys, right? So Marte suspended. Pittsburgh bats just look. Yeah, they took a big blow. Yeah, that's from Kaheem Jones. He's reminding us for PED use, I believe. Sterling Marte done for 80 games. 80 games done. So I think Michael Wacha at 7.2 is not a play that I'm particularly interested in, but I can definitely go. Did the password change for the? Guess what? There is no password for the website. No more password website. We're done with that. We are opening the floodgates. It was a free flowing inferno of love that we were going to be giving to everybody. Hit the website up, get in there, right? If you go to dfssweatshop.com, it's going to redirect you to the new website. And there's no password. It's all free. Nice content for you to get into. Now, our particular plays and guys, just the specific shit is going to be in the Facebook VIP. So this website is designed, to give to if people ask me, hey man, do you have a free trial? Well, now we don't need a free trial. Check out the website. Follow the website for a couple days. If you like it and you really want the real good, then come in and hit us up at dfssweatshop.com. That's where you're gonna get. In the Facebook VIP. That's where you're gonna get everything. That's where I'm rocking everything at. And there's also a free live chat that is available to everyone. Sweatshop VIP. Capitalize the S. capitalize the VIP. That's how you get in there. So Garrett Cole, yes, give me some of that Garrett Cole. I think you can pull him on me, baby, at 8.9. I like the fact that this is under 8 points. The point total, 7.5. I like that. I can definitely look at Garrett Cole as a pitching prospect for me tomorrow, especially in the early games, because these are going to be 4 early games. I like that. Could be another 2-1 or 3-2 type of game for Garrett Cole. I agree. I definitely agree with that. All right, so, and this is just going over the early pitching. Next game we're talking about is the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Yo, tell me about Eric Thames, man. That dude is a fucking monster, bro. That dude is a fucking monster. There was absolutely no reason for him not to be in your lineups last night. There was no reason. I mean, the dude is batting out of this world right now. I mean, it's fucking nuts. Let me pull up. Let me see what he's talking. Let's just see what he's doing. This dude is nuts right now. I mean, he's on fire, bro. He's and see, this is not like NBA, where if a guy has 2 good games in a row, oh my God, he's on fire. Streaks don't last as long in NBA as they do in MLB. They just don't. MLB streaks last a moment. I mean, you can fucking ride an MLB streak. You know what I mean? So take that into consideration. Definitely take that into consideration. So Tommy Maloney at 5.7 is a very hittable pitcher going up against Kyle Hendricks. Now, I think just because you're going to see Kyle Hendricks on the bump for the Chicago Cubs, I think that's going to, kind of curb the enthusiasm for a lot of people when it comes to the Milwaukee bats. Even though Thames have been playing so well, people are going to see that negative BVP or DVP or whatever against the Cubs, and they're not going to want to play him. I think that's a mistake, man. I think we should ride this hot streak until it's over. We just ride it, okay? We just ride it. Now, Kyle Hendricks, right-handed fastball pitcher, can throw the fastball. Has a really good cutter as well. We look at Jonathan VR. I like him in this spot. I like Eric Thames, of course. Maybe some Ryan Braun. Travis Shaw is a player that Travis Shaw is playing some of the most consistent baseball in the league right now. I like this dude a lot. He's a guy that I can always look to at that third base spot. But Tommy Maloney is definitely a Shelly candidate going up against a big-time power-hitting Chicago Cubs order that hasn't been playing specifically well lately. Early games, see a lot of decent starting pitcher plays. Are you calling Thames out? I bet a lot of athletes are. I got you. So, we haven't been seeing, awesome games for a lot of these Chicago bats, man. And they're going to wake up at some point and play stellar baseball. They're just going to do it. And I think we don't have a choice but to roster a few of these guys when it comes to that early slate. So maybe not in all day, but in the early, yeah, we can have some of these Chicago bats. Next game we're talking about is the Texas Rangers and the Oakland Athletics. We've got Jesse Hahn on the bump for the Athletics. Very hittable guy. Martin Perez, a guy that I kind of like against this Oakland order. I think when it comes to the early games, I'm gonna have my fill of not only Martin Perez, but also from that first game, I'm going to be rocking with a lot of Garrett Cole. Those are my 2 favorite pitching plays from the early slate. And they're probably going to be very popular because it's only 4 games. That's just the way it is, right? Looking at who these guys are going to be facing, one of my favorite players are going to be available to play tomorrow. The homie, the dude I love a lot. This is one of my favorite players in the league. Wish he played for my Yankees. Nomar Mazara at 3.8 going against Jesse Hahn. Right-hand pitcher, left-hand hitter. Pour him on me, baby. Pour him on. Let me get a sip of the Joe because it's an all-night flight. I am on Mazara. I am on Odor. I am playing left-handed bats in this game. I think you can even look down in the order to maybe Joey Gallo or Shin Soo Choo. But I am on Odor. I am definitely. Oakland is struggling. Definitely gotta have some Perez. Yes, that's a fact. That's a fact. I have 3 pitchers in the early. You like Cole, Walker, and Perez. That's where I'm at too. That's pretty much where I'm at. So yes, you can give me some Mazara, Odor, as well as maybe some Shin Soo Choo. Now, don't want to really roster too many guys from the Oakland side. In an effort to hedge in some spots, I might want to take a look at Matt Joyce because he's just so cheap, or maybe a little bit of Crush Davis, just because these guys are so cheap, or Chris Davis, just because these guys are so cheap. I might want to take a look at that. But Will McNeil asking about his Texas stack. Yes. You can stack Texas tomorrow. Most definitely. You can stack these cats. You look Andres Gomez. The only guy that gives me pause is Mike Napoli. That's the only guy that gives me kind of pause. But I like a lot of these Texas bats tomorrow. And I don't love too much of the Oakland side. Okay, the last game on that early slate, because we had Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Milwaukee, Chicago, Texas, Oakland. The last game on the early slate is going to be Miami and Seattle. This game is going to be played in Safeco Field. 10-mile-per-hour wind going out toward left field. We've got a 7.5-point total and a 16% chance of rain. Mike Dunn, he says Napoli is basically homer or bust. Yes, that's him. That's him. Kevin Cool says tonight was ugly, and I can get why you're saying that, man. But we've got to stack, bro. You've got to stack and hit right on the stack. Just pick the opposite of people that didn't win off. Yeah, that sucks. So we got Anderson Volquez, man, at 8.3, and a lot of people say, like we saw Josh say, man, I only like these three pitchers, but take a look at Anderson Volquez as well as Felix Hernandez. Now, if you can pick who gets the win, because nobody right now wants to pick on the Miami Marlins. I mean, they've just been batting with such consistency. Put up quite a few runs tonight. So it's just really hard. To look at some of these the pitchers in the last game on the early slate, because Felix Hernandez is a hurler, man. Really, really solid pitcher. But man, you don't want to pick on the Miami Marlins. So if I had to in this game, I would definitely go on the Seattle side. We've got Anderson Volquez, which automatically Gerard Dyson jumps out for me. Not just a guy that can hit, but a guy that can steal a bag once he gets on base. I kind of like Gerard Dyson. Robinson Cano also. Dude crushes right-handed pitchers, and I love him at 4.6K. I think that's very, very, very doable. We've got Kyle Seager, another left-handed bat, at 4.3. That's a very solid price for him. And then if you want to get cheap with it, man, you got Leonis Martin. So I would say to stack the left-handed bats against Anderson Volquez. Felix isn't getting strikeouts. And that's an issue. And, they had to price somebody up. A lot of times, these guys are going to cost this much on these short slates like this because they got to price somebody up. Everybody can't be 8K or less. Somebody's got to be 10K. We went through that the other night when everybody was, Lackey. I got to get Lackey. And I was like, yo, do not fucking play Lackey. And the dude went out and he lackeyed command. He lackeyed strikeouts. He lackeyed a win. It was bad. It was very bad for him. So just because a guy's 10.4 don't mean you have to play him. Felix could be lower owned in the early because people want to play the price against him. Yeah, I don't want to pay that price against him. I kind of don't want to play guys against. I don't want to play guys against Miami. I mean, you never see, and this is a thing. Let's take a look at the Miami order, man. We've got D. Gordon leadoff, JT Realmuto, Christian Yelich, Giancarlo Stanton, Justin Bour, Marcelo Ozuna, Prado. Like all of these guys, it's gonna be rare where they all go off, but some section of their order is gonna hit very well. Mo, quick side question. We know how much you love your wife. What are your thoughts on Melo cheating on Lala Fine Ass? Now, see, this is a great question. Because, times like this where I'm glad I'm not a celebrity. Because you never can tell what you're going to do with that type of celebrity. Let me tell you, NBA players have it rough when it comes to avoiding the coochie, okay? I've heard stories where NBA players are, fighting to keep themselves faithful. And they go in the hotel room and they just fought off 10 chicks to get in the hotel room and they lay down, let me go to bed because I got a game in the morning. And then a chick crawls from under the bed and is like, yo, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like there are sections of women in these cities, these larger cities, that chase these guys around. And you know what? I'm glad that I am not that attractive. I am not that rich. I do not have that much temptation because one of my main life goals is to be a good husband, a good father. And I'm glad that, even though I am, the founder of the Sweatshop, I am not famous. I've never been anywhere and somebody be like, yo, that's you. That's the dude from the Sweatshop. That doesn't happen. So I don't have to worry about that. So, moving right along. All right, good question, Will McNeil. See, this is life shit. This is not just MLB, not just DFS. This is live shit as well. So we were talking about the Miami Marlins. This being such a tough order to get through, man. The Miami, they're like the Dodgers East, the Marlins, because I hate to pick on them. There's 4 teams right now that I hate to pick on, and it's really tough for me to start pitchers against them. I had to do it last night. The Atlanta Braves, I hate picking on those guys. I hate picking on the Dodgers. I hate picking on the Miami Marlins, and I really hate picking on the Cincinnati Reds right now. I really do. So I'm not picking on the Marlins tomorrow. Let's check them out to see how they stack up. Now, the Miami Marlins are 8th ranked in the league when it comes to batting average. As a team, they're batting .259. Okay? 122 strikeouts. That's a lot of strikeouts. They're 15 home runs, and I think Marcell Ozuna has like 14 of them motherfuckers. They're getting on base. They have a really solid slugging percentage. This team is playing very well, so I want to pick on them tomorrow. And I said all that to say I'm not playing Felix Hernandez. I do like some guys on the Seattle side. Now let's go ahead and move into the main slate, and we're not just going to talk pitching on the main slate. We're going to be talking a little bit about the bats as well. So, a play on the main slate that jumps out to me automatically, and I'm very proud to say this because I am a lifelong New York Yankee fan. Yes, I love my New York Yankees, and I really like Masahiro Tanaka tomorrow. I like him. Bro, can you at least try to keep it G-rated? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. It's flowing, baby. It's flowing. All right, so we got Tanaka on the mound at 9K. That's kind of priced up. What's up, Edward McAdams, the big homie? That's kind of priced up a little bit. It's kind of priced up a little bit for Tanaka, but I think he's in a very good spot because we look at the Chicago White Sox. This is one of the worst teams in the league. Sell me on Tanaka. He been so sorry this year. Now, I think the last start he had was pretty good. The first start of the year when I told everybody to play Tampa Bay against him, he got shelled. But the next start that he had was pretty decent. It was a pretty decent start. Joshua do say he's not going there tomorrow. But I kind of like him. I like him, especially against the White Sox, man. The White Sox suck. Let's just check out some of their team stats, man, and see where they're at, right? The Chicago White Sox are 26th in the league in batting average. They're batting .219 as a team. That's not good. I'm not scared of that. I'm not. I'm gonna play Tanaka tomorrow. 13 home runs, 109 strikeouts. Anybody over 100 strikeouts right now is prone. So I'm gonna go with some Tanaka tomorrow. I like him. Dylan Covey at 4K. No, I'm telling you, stack Yankees tomorrow. And we did the same stuff last night when we talked about Cincinnati Reds. We all talked about it. We were all gun-ho. Yeah, Reds stack the Reds, and nobody did it. I'm telling you tonight, we can stack the Yankees. We got Brett Gardner, Jacoby Ellsbury. The top of the order are going to be 3 left-handed bats. I love that. Greg Bird, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Brett Gardner. We can stack those cats, definitely. We got Matt Holliday at 4K, and the Yankees are very cheap right now. Starting Castro, 3.6. A guy that I'm looking at is Aaron Judge at 3.8. After a very stellar game the other night, scored 21 points on DraftKings and I think like 30 on FanDuel. He's still priced down at 3.8. We can rock with him. So, a Yankee stack is in order. Exactly. Why not just pay for Kushu for 800 more? Edward McAdams says he likes Waka on the early slate. Well, and a lot of this, for me playing Tanaka for me is not just, based on how good he may be, but it's on how bad the White Sox have been lately. The White Sox have been terrible lately, and I'm going to take advantage of that. I am. Dylan Covey is an early Shelley candidate. Do not forget that. Next game we talked about is the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Raptors. I'm an NBA guy, I'm sorry. Toronto Blue Jays. We got Rick Porcello on the bump for the Blue Jays, and we got Francisco Liriano at 8K going against the Boston Red Sox. And I don't want to pick on the Red Sox tomorrow. I think we can rock with a Red Sox stack. I kind of got confused with the right-left situation between the batters and the pitchers. Robert Lewis. Okay, well, this to tell you. All right, let's look at it like this. And bro, this group already knows what time it is. I've learned a lot from them, and I'm gonna tell you. Okay, let's say right now, I want you to get in your batter stance, right? You be a left-handed batter. You're a left-handed batter. I'm a right-handed pitcher. Now you see where you are. Do you see how when I go back and in my windup, you see the ball automatically right here. You see the ball because you're left-handed, and the ball has to come across my body and it has to travel across your complete field of vision. That gives you a better look at the ball as a left-handed batter facing me, a right-handed pitcher. Now, if you are a right-handed batter and I'm a right-handed pitcher, right? You get a smaller field of view, and that's why theoretically left-handed batters or opposite-handed batters and pitchers, the advantage always goes to the batter. Same-handed batters and pitchers, the advantage always goes to the pitcher. That's just something that's a baseball thing, right? All right, so getting back to the Red Sox, man, the bats are waking up. This team is leading the league in batting average. They're going to be facing Francisco Liriano. Liriano can get blown. He can get shelled tomorrow. I'm gonna have a Boston stack in place. I like Dustin Pedroia, Benintendi. I like him. Mookie Betts, Chris Young. You know what? These guys are not priced up. They're not priced up. You even look down to the 5 hole where you're gonna have Xander Bogaerts right there. I like him. And it's very rare that you can roster, a complete Boston stack where you're getting 3, 4, 5 guys and still be able to pay up for your pitching. And this is a day we can do this. Boston is really nice as a squad, and I'm a Yankees fan. Like how they are built, most definitely. It's coming from YouTube, man, most definitely. Dropping jewels. So I definitely like a Boston stack tomorrow against Liriano. This is the dude that can definitely get blown up. We got some cats say that Xander is their favorite, and TJ Cousins says give him some Moreland in that stack as well. I can dig that. I definitely can dig that. Shout out to the Facebook VIP, man. So on the other side, Rick Porcello, not a great start out for Rick Porcello last time. He was somebody who I kind of championed the last time he played. He started, and he didn't really have a great start. Now, can he bounce back against the Tampa Bay Rays? Of course he can. Against the Toronto Blue Jays? Of course he can. And the Blue Jays have not been playing particularly great ball lately. So let's check to see where they're at. Now, they're 25th ranked in the league when it comes to batting average. Sporting a 220 overall team average, 112 strikeouts, just 10 home runs on the season. I think this is an exploitable spot for Rick Porcello, and I may have some. Now, at 10.9K, that is a lot to get up to, but I definitely think we can take advantage of the Toronto Blue Jays bats. Now, at some point during the season, they're going to wake up and they're going to play well. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow against Porcello. This is an 8.5 point total. All right, so let's go ahead and jump to the next game. It's going to be the Baltimore Orioles and the Cincinnati Reds. I told you to play the Reds. I told you. So, who do we have on the vote? We've got Amir Garrett at 4.8 for the Cincinnati Reds tomorrow. We've got Kevin Guzman at 7.1. Wasn't Guzman supposed to start last night? I thought he was supposed to start last night. Oh well. But who do I like here? Definitely we can take advantage of some of these Baltimore bats. This is a really nice point total. I think this is one of the only point totals that's over 9 points. Right now, the Vegas line on this game is 9.5. I like that. This is the highest point total on the slate. And, that being said, we're going to see an increase in ownership. We're definitely going to see an increase in ownership for some of these Baltimore guys because we think that's where the points going to be coming from. But Guzman, man, is not somebody who I'm scared of when talking about the Cincinnati Reds. So I like Billy Hamilton. This dude can steal a bag. I definitely think Jose Peraza is in play at 3.8. Joey Votto is priced up to 5K. And I'm going to use the Cincinnati Reds tomorrow more as a one-off, some one-off type shit. There's a few guys I like Duvall with the Grand Slam crush. Come on now, talk to me. We talked about that last night. It's Jimenez tomorrow. Okay, cool. It's because Guzman was right. Yeah, because at first Jimenez was supposed to play. They switched it for Guzman, and now Jimenez is going to be starting today. Yeah, so I like these guys. I like Votto, Peraza, and Billy Hamilton, but I'm not going to be stacking them. I'm going to have a couple of those guys sprinkled in and out of my lineups as some one-offs since they're very moderately priced. Peraza especially at 3.8. Looking on the Baltimore side, I think we can stack them. We can stack them. I'm talking about Jones, Machado, Trumbo, Chris Davis. What I like about this is they didn't have a great game out last night, and I don't think a lot of people are going to be on them. I think some people are going to be mad that they didn't play him. They didn't play very well, and they're not. You think Jimenez is going to get shelled? That's coming from Mike Dunn. The early Shelley candidate is Jimenez, and I can definitely see that happening. But I do like some of these Baltimore bats. 9.5 point total. Give me some of that. I'm in. I'm all in. Next game we're talking about is the Philadelphia Phillies and the New York Mets. 0% chance of rain here. 13-mile-per-hour wind flowing out toward left field. We've got Vince Velasquez on the bump for the Phillies, and we've got Robert Gesselman at 6.7 for the Mets. And you know what? The Phillies have been hitting the ball pretty well lately, but I just can't tear away from Gesselman, man. Maybe it's the New York thing that I have going on with me, but I like Gesselman. I like him tomorrow. I think at 6.7K, that is a very solid price for a guy who does have K upside. He does. And I think against the Philadelphia Phillies, he could be a solid start. I'm gonna have some Gesselman in my lineups. Tell me what you think about that, VIP. Dude, your one-offs and call-outs yesterday were fire. Thanks, bro. Thanks. I appreciate it, man. And honestly, it don't come from me, man. It come from these cats, bro. The cats in the sweatshop. Like they get it in. They get it in, man. All right, so like I said, I do like Gesselman. Got third-degree burns playing this guy last TJ Cousins. So you got third-degree burns playing this guy. Josh Dewey says he's not super interested in Gesselman, but I kind of like him. I like him. I can't help it, man. And a lot of times my first look is my best look. So I'll be going there in some spots. Vince Velasquez at 9.4. I am not very afraid of him. There are a couple of switch-hitting left-handed bats that I do like on the Mets side that I think I'm going to take advantage of. Namely, Astrobal Cabrera is a player that I do like at 3.5K. That's a very solid price. Yo, a Mets stack is cheap as shit tomorrow. The highest price guy we got is Yoenis Cespedes at 4.2. I think you can take a look at him. I really do. I think you can take a look at him. You can take a look at a Mets stack tomorrow. I kind of like that against Velasquez. I'm not scared of Velasquez at all. I'm not. Now, if I was to go against my better judgment, and my best judgment is telling me Vince has big K upside if he can stay calm. Dude gets mad as hell. Most of the starting pitcher 2 options in the main slate you don't like. It's coming from Josh Dewey. Most definitely. Jeremy Ladd. I can dig that. Up late with my guy tonight, Mo. What up? What's up, Mr. Malloy, the big homie? Good to see you in here, man. So Gesselman consistent and K upside. I can see it. I like him. I might stack the Mets. I think that's going to be a good strategy, bro, if you want to stack the Mets. I don't have an issue with that at all. I'm going to be doing it myself. Because after we finish this, we're going to go back and recap the stacks that we do like. And we're going to roll through those. And I want you to play them, man, because so many of you, I'm so pissed that so many of you second the emotion when I was like, yo, Reds. And y'all were like, yeah, Reds. And we all like, Reds. And we go out and nobody fucking has the Reds. And dudes hitting grand slams. And nobody in the sweatshop is winning 50K. And that's what I want to see. Right? And speaking of 50K, shout out to the homie John Tyler Fanning, man. Dude came 30 points from winning all the monies. Solid showing for him. All right, so who do we like from Philadelphia, man? If you're gonna be going against what I'm saying about Gesselman, if you want to go against that, maybe Daniel Nava could be a solid spot. I like Cesar Hernandez some. If I had to go against myself, and maybe a little of Herrera. That dude's been crushing lately. And these guys are cheap as shit, man. This game itself, all the batters in this game are very cheap. Philadelphia and the New York Mets. So that's a game that we need to pay close attention to. Next game we're talking about is the Detroit Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. They are not the Devil Rays. They are the Rays. Vince gives up home runs. I think I was a day early on Conforto. Be nice if Collins let him lead off again, wouldn't it? All right, so we got the Detroit Tigers and the Tampa Bay Rays. Chris Archer, just play him. Just play him. I don't care. Just play Chris Archer tomorrow. If you don't play Chris Archer tomorrow, I'm gonna be pissed. Just play him. Just play Chris Archer tomorrow. This dude is young. He has great hair. He is mixed. So he's a nice guy. He was just on the Jackie Robinson show where he was talking about being nice and being a baseball player. And he's a very nice guy. Okay? I think this dude is ready to be like the next young ace pitcher. Just fucking play him. Okay? There's nothing more to talk about. Just play him. Going against Ian Kinsler, Castellanos. I'm always scared of Tigers bats. I don't care if you're scared. Play Chris Archer. The dude is nice and he has great hair. and he's very polite, and he can throw the shit out of a fastball, man. I like this dude, and the emotion he plays with. One of my favorite young pitchers, man. I like this cat. I do. Yeah, I would let him date one of my daughters. Archer pitcher 2. I'm telling you, this is very light skinned. He's very nice. It's almost Drake-ish. The appeal is almost Drake-ish. You know what I mean? So I like him. We can definitely rock with Ian Kinsler. No, I'm not playing anybody against him. I'm not playing anybody against Crystal Archer. I'm not doing it. Not tomorrow. I will. Yes, he got that good. Yeah, his hair is like really nice. He's a great guy. So he probably hits the chicks on the low, and we don't even know about it, like Darren Collison. But so we got on the Tampa Bay Rays side. I think we're in a spot where we can play some Rays. Give me some Corey Dickerson, Kevin Kiermaier, some Longoria. We have not heard from these guys in quite some time. I think this is a get-right spot for them. They're in Tropicana Field. This is one of the teams that has really, really massive home road splits. They play much better at home than they do on the road. That's because they're a young, impressionable team, a young, impressionable bunch, I think. And I think the fact that they're at home, they're going to play a lot better. So I will have some of the Tropicana Cats. Like I said, Kiermaier, Longoria, I love him. Brad Miller at 3.6, and they're fairly cheap. These guys are not very expensive. A stack. Look at Logan Morrison at 3.2. That is love. I'll probably go Archer and Kusha in my lines where I don't take Kershaw. Definitely. Yeah, Tigers are a great team, but Zimmerman is getting on. Yeah, it's not the same. I can believe it. I want to stack the Phillies tomorrow. Very contrarian stack Tampa Bay. Yes, that's gonna be contrarian stack, bro. And that's what we got to find. Because when I'm in my roster builds, right, I try to roll out between 5 and 10 lineups. Now I'm just giving you a little bit of what I do. I like to roll out between 5 and 10 lineups, and all of my lineups are gonna be based around 3 team stacks when it comes to batting. It's gonna be based around 3 stacks, and I think that one of my the stacks that I'm gonna be targeting is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays, because a lot of people are just not going to be on them. They're not going to want to be on them, and I think it's going to be a mistake tomorrow. So we love Archer, of course, and we love a lot. I like a lot of those cats. Who should we use, Jeremy Ladd? Coming from Dylan Zink. What's up, Dylan Zink, the big homie? Good to see you in the shop. Next game we talking about is the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves. This game is in Turner Field. Doesn't it seem like Atlanta does not play away games? These motherfuckers, they've been in Turner Field for the last 2 weeks. Damn. 33% chance of rain, 5-mile-per-hour wind shooting out toward left field. We've got Joe Ross on the mound for the Washington Nationals, and we've got Julio Teheran at 8.5 for the Braves on the mound there. I don't like to target the Washington Nationals, even though a few times this year, it's been a good thing. We got Freddie Freeman, who has not eclipsed the 5K mark yet. He is at 4.6. Left-hander, power bat. Bro. Excuse me, SunTrust Ballpark. I'm sorry. SunTrust Ballpark is where they play. Right? I definitely think Freddie Freeman is a play you can look to again. Now, do we expect Freddie to go out and crush 2 home runs every fucking time he plays? No. But I really think some solid power hitting is going to be in store for him today. I do like the Braves a lot. Now, Inciarte has woken up, been playing pretty well lately. I think he stole a bag and hit a home run. I think last year he might have hit like 4 home runs or 3 home runs the whole season. He hit 4 already. So I'm cool with that. He was 2-2 again tonight with 2 walks. So he's another guy that's on a hot streak. I'm just so glad that guys like Thames are like overshadowing him, because he's just still not, he's still not getting the respect he deserves as like one of the best hitters in the league right now. So there's a possibility that this game may delay or rain out. So be sure you're in a position where you can move swiftly if you need to make a change. This game does start at 7:35. They might start pitching around Freeman. I think it's a little too early to start pitching around cats. I think they're going to keep serving him up that trash, and he's going to keep on killing it. That's what I think. Okay, so we got Inciarte, we got Swanson at 3.2. I like that. Freddie Freeman at 4.6. I do like that. Nick Markakis at 3.5. I cannot wait until Matt Kemp gets back into the rotation, because Matt Kemp makes it so much harder for cats to pitch around anyone. Matt Kemp is like the glue to this thing, man. Joe Ross versus Julio. Yeah. Julio Teheran, kind of like him. I don't mind Teheran in this spot against the Washington Nationals, but I just hate to pick on those guys. You look at Bryce Harper, Adam Eaton, Rendon, Zimmerman. All these guys are really, really great great batters that can hit for power. So I think Julio Teheran is going to escape most of my lineups tomorrow. Brave Stack, Markakis, Freeman, Inciarte. Markakis owes me money. He owes me money as well. Yeah. So I won't be testing the Nats too much with Julio Teheran. There are just some other pitchers that are in very, very solid spots that I want to take advantage of. All right, so, but now that question is, so do I want to target, Teheran with some Washington bats? Now, as a one-off, Bryce Harper is always in play, always. And I would feel better about this. I feel better about playing guys whenever from Washington when we get Trey Turner back. Because Trey Turner kind of set the tone and made sure there was always somebody on base to start the game. And we're seeing that with him not playing, we're seeing that that's not always the option that they have. This dude always was on base and was always ready to steal a bag. And with him not playing, they're kind of a different offense in the first inning. To begin games, they're a different offense. And I think that's because we're not seeing Trey Turner. All right, so next game we're talking about is the LA Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, taking on the Houston Astros. There's an 11-mile-per-hour wind shooting out towards center field. We've got a 14% chance of rain here and a really nice point total. The Vegas line is 8.5. The Angels are projected to score 4 runs, and the Houston Astros are projected to score 5. So we've got J.C. Ramirez on the mound for the Angels, and we've got Dallas Keuchel, who the homie likes him, likes Keuchel a lot. I think not Jeremy Ladd, but I think Josh Dewey does like Keuchel. And because of that, I'm going to give him a closer look at 9.8K. That seems to be a fair price on him. And, just because of that, we're going to see a big discount on all of the Angels bats, except for Mike Trout. 5.2K, you're going to get him. Cole Calhoun, somebody you might want to look at. Maybe some Albert Pujols at 3.9. I'm going to be playing Keuchel some tomorrow, so I probably won't be testing him with too many with any of the Anaheim bats, the Angels bats. So, looking at the Houston side, this is probably one of the most expensive stacks you're going to see. Keuchel is great at home. The Angels have been bad. That's coming from Josh Dewey. Fire him up. All right. Kahim says McCann and Trout will get the most production. I can dig that. I see Brian McCann at 3.5K. I like that. And you know how we're always scrambling for a catcher. We're always scrambling for a catcher. So I think I can rock with McCann. Altuve 5.1. These guys are priced up. Bregman 4.1. George Springer 4.7. These guys are priced up. It's the most expensive stack on the slate. So I would go more one-off in spots. Let's take a look at what the Houston Astros have been doing now. They are third in the league in batting average, batting .272, 95 strikeouts. At this point, if you are under 100 strikeouts, that's pretty good, right? They've got 16 home runs as a team. Slugging percentage, 409. On base percentage is 754. That's pretty good. So, and if you want to take advantage of some of these Houston bats, that won't be a bad idea at all. So, there's a few of the guys that I do like. Beltran at 3.9. But man, Altuve 5.1. These guys are priced up. Springer was my dude tonight, coming from Rhino DFS, the big homie. Next game we're talking about is the Cleveland Indians and the Minnesota Twins. There's a great possibility that this game could rain out. It is an 80% chance of rain. It's already highlighted in red. 15-mile-per-hour wind coming back toward the batter's box. We've got Trevor Bauer for the Cleveland Indians, as well as Alberto Meja for the Twins. If this game plays, you can stack Indians. I'm talking Santana, Lindor, Brantley, Encarnacion, maybe some Ramirez. And all these guys are priced up, man. The cheapest one of these guys is batting in the 5 holes, Jose Ramirez. So these guys are priced up a lot too. They're priced up a lot too. And that's going to be my only trepidation into having, a ton of Jeremy Ladd said this game is on ESPN. They're going to try to play. And that's information that's very solid. Very solid information. So looking on the other side, man, Brian Dozier. What's up with Brian Dozier, man? And I've played Brian Dozier the last 3 slates. The last 3 times he played. What's on ESPN? The ESPN game is the Cleveland Indians and the Minnesota Twins. Twins and Cleveland have fed me every night. Yo, nah, man. Brian Dozier is just not getting it for me. Now, we're seeing, solid games from Sano. He's been playing pretty well lately. But, man, Brian Dozier. I remember last year, dude hit 3 home runs in one game, I think, last year. Won me a ton of money. But he is killing me right now. And as soon as I get off of him, he's going to go ham. So I'm going to tell you when I'm not playing Dozier, and you can play him, and you can win all the money. But I'm going to be playing him tomorrow. I do like him against Trevor Bauer. I think Max Kepler is in play at 3.8. Nice left-handed bat against Trevor Bauer, the right-handed pitcher. Joe Mauer as well at 3.7. Even though he's getting a little older, he's still got some pop. Screw it. I'm playing 2 games MLB. Got to worry about NBA. Okay. Next game we're talking about is the San Francisco Giants and the Kansas City Royals. 8-point total, 19-mile-per-hour wind flowing out toward left field. That is a ton of wind in this game, so we can take a look at some of these left-handed batters, man. Definitely. We've got 2 left-handed pitchers, Madison Bumgarner at 11.7, and we've got Jason Gardner at 5.3. Man, Bumgarner, dude is unreal. This dude is unreal. And remember how in the beginning of the season, the San Francisco stack was just so easy to do, and it was so beneficial to stack San Fran, and it just hadn't been like that lately. That all changes tomorrow. I like Brandon Belt at 3.9. We're getting him back. We're getting Hunter Pence at 4.1. Buster Posey is, he's the go-to catcher play whenever you scrambling around and can't find a catcher. You're like, always just play Buster Posey. Eduardo Nunez can steal a bag tomorrow at 3.9. Jason Vargas is a horrible pickoff pitcher. So I think we can definitely take advantage of some of these San Francisco guys. Now on the Royal side, Vargas has been throwing the ball really well lately. That's coming from Jeremy Ladd. I can dig it. On the Royal side, I'm not playing anybody against Madison Bumgarner. As a matter of fact, Bumgarner is going to be my only Kershaw pivot. If I'm not playing Kershaw, I'm probably going to play Bumgarner because the Royals. Let's check them out as a team, man. I'm gonna tell you about them as a team. The Kansas City Royals, man, are the 3rd worst team in the league when it comes to batting average. They are ranked 28th out of 30 teams, batting .214, 109 strikeouts. They're plus 100 strikeouts, so you can now. And Madison Bumgarner is a strikeout pitcher. Bumgarner can go ham. Bumgarner can outscore Kershaw tomorrow. It is a distinct possibility for almost $2K less in salary. So I think we're gonna have some Bumgarner lineups, and we're gonna have some Kershaw lineups. That's what we're gonna have tomorrow, and I'm gonna have a fair mix of both of those cats. I think starting pitcher 2 is where we're going to separate ourselves. Quick question from Will McNeil: would it be worth it to try and get Bumgarner and Kershaw and try every cheap stack? You know what? I'm not gonna say no, but I want to see what that looks like, to have Kershaw and Bumgarner in one lineup and see what else you can come up with, what else kind of stacks you can come up with, because we already talked about some cheap ones. So and it is a possibility that could work. Giants fan here. The bats are cold, so you like Vargas for the cheap. It's coming from a Giants fan. And just like I was saying, Kansas City Royals, one of the worst teams batting in baseball right now. So Madison Bumgarner, sure, yes. We've got him projected at 11.7K. The 1, 2, 3, a 4th ranked pitcher on the board behind, and this is in respect to not just the price and the performance, but where it all meets it. Okay, we've got Kershaw, Archer, Hendricks, and Bumgarner are our top 4, and then Robert Gesselman, our top 5 pitchers on the slate. Those are our top 5 pitchers on the slate. So don't play anybody from Kansas City. Play Madison Bumgarner where you can. Next game we're talking about is the Colorado Rockies and the LA Dodgers. There's 2 things that recently have been bothering me. Number 1, the Atlanta Braves are at home every fucking game, and when are we gonna get another game in fucking Colorado? We're not gonna get when are we going back to Coors Field? We ain't been to Coors Field in quite some time. We need some games in Coors. The Colorado Rockies are going to Dodger Stadium. 7-mile-per-hour wind going out toward right field. we've got Tyler Anderson on the bump for the Colorado Rockies, and of course Clayton Kershaw at 13.8 Westbrook price for the Dodgers. So this is what's gonna. All right, check this out. Check this out now. I don't think Kershaw is gonna get shelled. As a matter of fact, I would venture to say he is not. He is not gonna get shelled. Kershaw is gonna pitch a solid game, right? He is. But this is what I want you to think about, because we got Bumgarner and we've got Kershaw. Now Kershaw is going against the Colorado Rockies, a very solid hitting team. Very solid hitting team. Now there's a chance that, we can see some hits, some really good hits from the Colorado side, and they could get him in some trouble. They really could. But Bumgarner is playing against probably the worst team in the league batting. So while everybody's going to see that Clayton Kershaw, want to play him, they're going to love to play him, and I understand it. It makes perfect sense. But for almost $2K cheaper, too much value everywhere to roster Kershaw. If you look a little bit cheaper, if Bumgarner is your ceiling for what you're going to pay at the pitcher spot, your starting pitcher 1, I think you'll still be in a good spot, and I think you'll still have some more salary to roster up for the bigger bats. Whereas Kershaw is kind of going to give you it's going to be a tight squeeze. Your starting pitcher 2 is going to suck. If you got Kershaw and some bats that you like, I want to see who your starting pitcher 2 is going to be. But if you got Bumgarner and some solid bats, you can have a much better starting pitcher 2. Because I'm thinking if I go Bumgarner and Gesselman, they aren't solid hitting the ball. But it's the Colorado Rockies. It's Charlie Blackmon. It's DJ LeMahieu. It's Nolan Arenado, who has played well against Clayton Kershaw in the past. It's Trevor Story, Parra. Like this is a formidable lineup. It is. So I would rather take my chances cheaper, playing a guy like Bumgarner and still getting that starting pitcher 2 that I like. The Rockies are 3rd lowest scoring team in MLB. Yeah, but that's not gonna stay that way. It's not gonna stay that way. Yeah, it's Kershaw, but it's 13.8, just like it's Westbrook. And everybody, you gotta play Westbrook. There's been times this year where you shouldn't have played fucking Westbrook. And I think this is a time where you don't have to play Kershaw. Kershaw is like a must-play guy on most slates. He's always on most slates. But I think tonight is a night where you don't have to play Kershaw. Colorado, no, they're in the Dodger Stadium, where he's very good at home. But to me, normally, if you don't play Kershaw, I'm giving you the side eye. I'm like, ugh, you're not playing Kershaw? But I wouldn't do that today. If you don't play Kershaw and you say, nah, I like Bumgarner, I'm not going to give you the side eye. I understand. I do. Arenado is the only guy hitting. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Don't get me wrong. And y'all are smarter than me. Don't get me wrong. But for me, I think that I can get similar production from Bumgarner that I'm gonna get from Kershaw. That's like the biggest question of the slate. Who you gonna play, Bumgarner or Kershaw? Because you can't play them both and be happy with the lineup you make. This is like Max, but even more. Kershaw and Vargas, and still have a lineup that you're comfortable with. I don't like Vargas, so I don't. Bumgarner not on the slate. Would Kershaw be out for you? I think so. Yeah. Because you know what? If I have no other option as far as like ace pitching, I need 30 points from a pitcher. I don't give a fuck how much they cost. I need 30 points from my pitcher. I'm gonna play Kershaw, but I think I can get that same production from Bumgarner. That's all I'm saying. So taking a look at some of the Dodgers bats, and you know what? Dylan Zink is a Dodgers guy. That's why he's going hard like this. He's a Dodgers guy. You think I remember? You're a Dodgers guy. Logan Forsythe, 3.6. They brought him in to hit left-handed hit pitchers. He was brought in to be, because this team has developed kind of a reputation as an order that does not hit well against lefties. Well, Logan Forsythe was brought in to do just that, and I think we can look at him tomorrow at 3.6. Corey Seager at 4.3 is not a play that I'm particularly interested in, but I do like Yasiel Puig at 3.7. I was all about a Dodger stack last night. Didn't work out well, so I'm going back to the well, and I'm going to be playing some of these Dodgers. I'm not fading. I'm not fading Kershaw now. I'm not fading Kershaw. I'm not. I'm not fading Kershaw. But I think I get similar production from Kershaw. Would have to win the game himself for Dodgers to have a chance. I'm not too sure about that. So the last game on the slate, and of course, all that being said, I ain't playing a motherfucker in one motherfucker in the Colorado Rocky uniform tomorrow. I talk all that shit about not playing Kershaw, but I ain't playing one single solitary motherfucker in a Colorado uniform tomorrow. I ain't no damn fool. I'm not doing it. But I'm not gonna be. I'm rolling up 10 lineups. I'm not gonna be 100% Kershaw. It's gonna be at the most 50-50. Kershaw, Bumgarner. I might probably have more 70-30. Bumgarner, Kershaw. More Bumgarner than Kershaw. That's where I'm at. 6-point total there too. Next game we're talking about, and the last game on today's slate is going to be the Arizona Diamondbacks against the San Diego Padres. The logic is there for Bum versus Kershaw. It is. All right, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. We've got Zach Greinke on the mound at 8.7 and chasing. Now, let me tell you something about Zach Greinke. Last year, man, I was in a horrible funk. Sorry, I know I'm way off topic, but what is going on with Odell Beckham? Odell Beckham? What did he do now? Did Odell Beckham do something else? Did he do something else? I just want the motherfucker to catch the ball. I don't give a fuck about all the other shit he do. Just catch the damn ball. If you do that, he's fine. All right, so, Zach Greinke was a pitcher that I really liked last year, man. He helped me to win a few dollars last year. And, it kind of sucked to see him get his ass handed to him the last time they played. And, I just don't think he's the same cat. I really don't. I don't think he's the same cat. And I think that this San Diego squad can get to him. This is my favorite game. Greinke in a park with run support. Yo, this San Diego team, man. Yo, Greinke. It seems like Greinke's confidence is gone. It really does. Like in his last start, bro, he looked very bad. He looked very bad. Didn't look good at all. And they left him in the game, even though he wasn't looking good. So it is a young, hungry San Diego bats, man. I think that I can take advantage of some of these cats, and they're fairly cheap. We've got Manuel Margot, 3.3, like that. I like Will Myers, 4.4. Ryan Schimpf is definitely somebody that I'm going to be taking advantage of, as well as Hunter Renfroe, the young kid there. I like those cats. I like some San Diego guys. Now on the Arizona side, these are where the late night hammer is going to come in, because you've got Peralta, Pollock, Goldschmidt, Jake Lamb, who's in an excellent spot at 3 point. Yo, Jake Lamb at 3.9K against Chasen? What? The game before the bad game, 1 earned run and over 6.2 innings pitched. Touche. Yo, let me tell you, these cats keep me right. They don't let me step too far out of bounds. They stat monsters over here, bro. Anybody throw a Bum and Kershaw out together? Of course, we're gonna try it because we're knuckleheads. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try to get a lineup with Bum and Kershaw, and have cast at a 2.3K in our lineups. We're gonna try that, right? Karma for leaving Blue Heaven. All right, so of course you can roster anywhere up and down this Arizona order, man. Against Chasen, they're all in play in some spots. Some of the cheaper guys that I do like, and remember I said this, okay? Is 100% Jake Lamb too much? 100% anybody is too much until after the games. Before the games start, 100% anybody is too much. After the games are over, 100% is not enough. Right? Stack Arizona and San Diego together, throw it in Maine. That's something and I like that strategy. I like that strategy. Because as we know, cats usually don't roster too tough later. Think about in NBA when you be like, damn, Bookie's only 12% owned and the motherfucker scored 80 points. Yeah, because people like to win their money now. People want to sit back and count 50 grand at 8 o'clock. They hate to wait, for that late night hammer. And in baseball, the late night hammers are even later because we got these West Coast games. So I definitely think you could take a look at some of these cats, man. Paul Goldschmidt, under 5K, just under 5K, play that I really do like. Of course, David Peralta, Pollock, some Yasmani Tomas at 3.8. All of the guys that are under 4K are guys that I really like for the Arizona side. I might just roster cheaply for the Arizona Diamondbacks, man, and just let it go. I like that. And of course, I like a few of the guys for the San Diego Padres. So, hey, thank y'all so much, man. I ran a little bit over time just because I really enjoy chopping it up with not only the homies in the YouTube, but my family, man, dudes that really make this car go in the Sweatshop VIP. Thank y'all so much, man. Remember, go hit up the website. If you type in dfssweatshop.com like you used to, you're going to be redirected to the new site, but it is thedailyfantasysweatshop.com. Also, we've got the free chat popping over there. Go hop in there, chop it up, mix it up, whatever you want to do. The password to that is SweatshopVIP. Capitalize the S, capitalize the V, the I, and the P. You can definitely roll over there and chop it up. All of the premium content is going to be released and done inside the Facebook VIP. But if you just want to remain along the outskirts, check me out on YouTube and go look at the free stuff on the website. You can do that as well. But yo, in here is where you want to be, man. It's where you want to be. So thank y'all so much for all of your help, all of your support, man. Thank y'all. I want y'all to go out, have a very profitable Hump Day Wednesday, and remember, when you're in the sweatshop, out of the sweatshop, no matter what you're doing, first thing first, if you're going for a pack of cigarettes, come back. Don't leave your family for the pack of cigarettes. Come back, okay? Come back, because that's not a good feeling, right? And always keep it 300.